Andy's in a lot of trouble because he left and is away on a mystery vacation. Nobody's heard from him all week, and he's missing his halva recipe from his December story. So all I'm saying is we'll send Brad after him if we don't hear from him by Thursday.
Sure, yeah.
I think the main thing with like making waffles at home is you just need the equipment. You know, you got to have the will, but you got to have the equipment as well. We came up with 2 toppings, and the first is kind of like a buckwheat groat and sort of seedy crunch topping. First of all, you have buckwheat groats, which are not the coolest or sexiest thing, but turns out if you coat them in maple syrup and bake them in the oven, they kind of get super crunchy and like ultra nutty and end up making kind of like a great little like loose crumbly topping for this. I'm gonna take some of these white sesame seeds, flax seeds, black sesame seeds. Certainly don't need to have all of these things, but they sure as heck look cool. Got 2 teaspoons of maple syrup and a pinch of salt. The thing about these waffles is they're super savory. You know, when you add like a lot of cocoa powder to something, it really helps bring out the flavor to have like a good amount of salt in there. So I'm just gonna dump this out onto an unlined baking sheet, and I'm gonna put it in the oven at 300, and it's gonna get kind of less sticky as it bakes and as all that moisture gets sort of cooked out of it. There's nothing wrong with just throwing some maple syrup on these waffles and calling it breakfast. But instead we took some ricotta, and ricotta is cool in this application because it's super creamy, but when you whisk it really hard and kind of break those curds down further, it gets like really creamy, like kind of like super dense, really, really nice. I'm gonna put a little pinch of salt in this too. So as you can see, it's not quite cottage cheese in terms of how curdy it is, but it's kind of headed in that direction. So by whisking it, we're just gonna kind of break down those curds and make it super, super, super silky smooth. So it's not quite fully broken down, but it's like a good bit creamier. I'm gonna whisk it 1 minute more, and then I think we should be there. The food processor would just kind of blast this apart and make it like almost like cream cheese. But then you have to clean up your food processor. I do not pull my food processor out for like anything. Like, I'm sorry, that thing is like in the back of the closet. All right, I'm just gonna set this aside until we are ready to go. So the next step is we're gonna make our batter, which is super simple. This is the most important thing about this recipe, I'd say. So this is the flour of the buckwheat, and buckwheat doesn't have any gluten in it, so it's gonna make a super tender waffle. So next we have 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. This is Dutch processed cocoa powder. It's Guittard's Cocoa Rouge, in case anybody cares to know. This is 1/4 cup of flaxseed meal, which is going to kind of form a bit of a gel when it's exposed to water, which is gonna help build some of the structure back that we want, given that we're using a gluten-free flour here. Then I have a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 1/4 teaspoons of kosher salt. It sounds like a lot, it is a lot, but this is a super savory waffle and it can definitely take it. So in terms of our wet ingredients, we have 2 cups of buttermilk, or you can make your own. So next I have 1/2 cup of coconut oil, just melted, just so it'll kind of mix into this nicely. So now I have 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar, and then this is 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. This is gluten-free, and if you use alt milk and don't do the ricotta situation, it can be dairy-free as well. But egg-free was just kind of a bridge too far. They add like really great binding ability to this. So I'm gonna put all these wet ingredients in here and then whisk. So this is together. I'm gonna check on those seeds. Yeah. So the color kind of darkens slightly. It's gonna firm up and get like super crunchy as it cools. So if you just scrape it off onto a parchment lined baking sheet, it won't stick to the parchment once it's as dry as it is. Cool, done. All right, so that's gonna cool. So we are ready to mix our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. I feel like everybody has some task they do in the kitchen that is kind of like their demon task. For me, it's chopping chocolate. I find it so annoying. You get like little bitty shards and stuff kind of like melting onto your cutting board. I mean, it stinks, you know? And like you kind of need to be on a clean cutting board. Somebody probably used this to cut garlic earlier today, you know? So it's just like, you never know.
My least favorite kitchen prep task, though, is probably taking time games off of the stuff.
Ooh, that's a good one. So the reason why we're putting chopped chocolate into this mixture, it's gonna give us a whole other layer of kind of chocolate flavor from having that melted chocolate in there. This is our kitchen workhorse, all-clad waffle maker. We tested so many of them, and this kind of came out on top. To the waffler. I err on the side of preheating waffle iron for like a good, like at least 15 minutes. I just want to see how it behaves with one waffle's worth of batter rather than, you know, using 4 and realizing, oh, it could have been a little bit hotter, or just to make sure everything's cool. So we're gonna wait a few minutes and see what happens. Because this batter is so dark, you're not gonna have like that crystal clear moment of, oh, this went from being like raw batter to golden, crunchy, brown, delicious waffle. So there's a few cues that we're gonna look for with this just to kind of know where we're at. See how it's a little bit darker around the edges? It's filled out nicely and it feels somewhat firm to the touch. And again, because this is gluten-free, it's a little bit tender. So getting kind of like under the crack, you know, like on this edge of the waffle and just sort of prying it up, they're gonna be a little bit tender in the beginning, but they're gonna firm up slightly. All right, I'm gonna do one more round, then I think we can kind of move on with our lives. These have like a really, really distinct aroma because you've got all that coconut oil in there. Are you guys smelling chocolate down there?
Negative.
All right, well, we've got really strong hoods. Definitely nothing wrong with the recipe. Lauren, can you smell chocolate? Yeah? You don't have to fake it.
I can't really smell it.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, it smells lovely now that I'm over here. Oh, it smells like coconut.
Yeah,
Is there coconut in it?
there is, yeah.
Coconut oil?
Oh yeah, I think we're in business here. That's just like 100% instinct. I feel like I know this waffle iron. I just know when it's done. Anna, are you ready to try waffles in a sec?
Yes.
I'm gonna get you set up, Anna. So this is my little buckwheat and kind of seedy crumble. I mean, it's good, right?
That's real good.
We've been waiting for this for months. Ever since the recipe came out.
Oh, it's so fluffy.
It's really good with the buckwheat.
Yeah,
And I could eat like 4 of these and it wouldn't be too sweet.
I love it.
This is great.
it's good.
Yeah.
I like the crunchy topping.
Crunchy.
Yeah. The waffle doesn't have any crunchiness, and then the topping
It gives it
you
back.
that extra. Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to waffles, round or square?
Oh, now I'm like
You gotta
questioning
think that
my.
much of being.
I don't
Well,
know.
no, it's like-
I heard the gears grinding there for a
I
second.
mean, I'm
What?
trying to think like what my mom's waffle iron was growing up.
Mine was like
It was square.
weirdly big square, like
Yeah.
one kind of big-ish square.
Square.
I think we cracked it. I feel like we cracked the code, and it's hip to be square when it comes to waffles. Maybe just in general. Cool. Do you make waffles for yourself at home?
No.
Feelings about waffles?
I don't have a waffle maker. I don't have room for one.
Oh my god, that's the hottest waffle taker.